Welcome to a special episode of the Sean Morgan Report, where I talk to my mentor, Stacy Morris, about essential oils and young living products and how we can keep our families healthy and safe from toxins. Stacy, everyone in the last couple of years has been talking about CBD oil and how it's like a new miracle thing, and all the different states are, legalizing it and stuff. Um, and I know that there's, just like essential oil, we've talked about the Walmart essential oil compared to Young Living. There's the Walmart CBD oil. When I was in Miami, there were all these little kiosks where it seemed like everyone and their mother was selling CBD oil, and you don't know where it comes from or what kind of effect it will have on you. So I was wondering if you could share the difference of Young Living CBD, and then what are some of the things people use CBD oil for? And we can maybe share our personal experiences with it too.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, so CBD it's another red pill moment, right? When I grew up, it was really taboo. It was one of those things that, the good girls don't do, that sort of thing, as far as like, because it was associated with something else that we don't talk about, right? We don't want to
Well,
get
it
in
doesn't
trouble
have
here.
THC, right? So
Does
it's not
not
going to
have.
get you high.
That is correct. That is correct. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. But a lot of people have, we've been told that it's bad, and that's another, again, red pill moment when we realize exactly what we have access to. And so back in the 1700s, and I didn't know this history, and I've got a great few research things that I'm going to share with you, is that back in the 1700s, you had to grow hemp because it created rope, helped you create clothes, and it also helped with medicine. And they understood what the hemp plant could do for you. And that that it worked synergistically with our body. So a little bit different. So essential oils are adaptogens. They are an oil that, again, it's kind of God molecules, where it goes into your body and it works and it brings that cell back to homeostasis. CBD is a little bit different. We have CBD, or cannabidiol, it's hard to say, receptors all throughout our body. And we have CBD1 receptors and we have CBD2 receptors. And I don't want to get too in the weeds with that, but where our essential oils will go in and they'll work and they'll do whatever the cell needs it to do, CBD works either it's on in our whole body or it's off. So it works on a different system than essential oils. And so
Yeah.
that's
Another
really
weird thing about CBD is the tolerance. People are used to, when you take more of something, then you have a higher tolerance to it and you have to keep on taking more and more. It's the opposite with CBD. The more you take it, the lower your tolerance is,
yeah,
and the less money you have to spend on taking the product, which is
right.
just very counterintuitive. But I just want to comment about adaptogens, because
Mhm.
these miracle plants like ginseng and so forth are adaptogens,
Mhm.
and they help you bring you back to homeostasis. So if you're too high, it's too stimulated, it'll calm you down. And if you're too
Right.
low, too sedated, it will pick you up. So that's what's amazing about adaptogens. They can
Yeah.
read your body and help you wherever you're at.
And that's what's so amazing about it. So CBD has, you're either on or you're either off. Okay. And so by using CBD, usually it's topically. Right now, I know that there's all different types of products as far as like gummies and things like that. There is no government regulation as far as ingestibles. So we're just going to talk about topicals, and that's what we have access to right now. Now, how you choose to use that is up to you. Okay. So hemp is a really great soil remediator, and it's very quick to grow. So this is where it gets back to understanding the company that you're using. What it does is it pulls all those toxins out of the ground. So if you're not sure about the company, if you're buying your CBD at the gas station, or any of the convenience markets or anything like that, or the health food store, you're not necessarily going to understand and get the best. They're going for the quick buck, they're going for high production, and they're not testing the soil. And so you're ingesting those toxins that hemp is remediating out of the ground, that's pulling out of the ground. So that's why it's super important to understand with Nature's Ultra, which is a partner farm company with Young Living, we have all the testing, and we make sure that the soil is something that doesn't have any chemicals. None of Young Living stuff that's grown has any chemicals in it. It's all has lots of dense minerals and things like that where it's grown. It's grown in just a place where you're not going to get those toxins in the plant. So that's one that's super important, is understanding how that is grown. And then two, also understanding there's CBD and there's THC. So we're very familiar with THC and the psychotropic ability, where it basically does kill brain cells. Okay. And CBD actually restores brain cells. So isn't that amazing, right? And so with a lot of CBD companies on the market, they don't really, there's a wide range of ability, of allowance of that THC in the product. Some CBD has THC in it and some doesn't. So ours with the natural, with Nature's Ultra doesn't have the THC in it. It has it tests at point, like, under less than 1% of it has THC in it. And what a lot of people believe is that you have to have THC in it to work. But what Young Living does is they add essential oils to it, so it works synergistically with the body. So there's actually more
that's
action.
A real differentiator. People, there's a whole subculture of people who are mixing different herbs and things together and seeing what kind of effects it has. And yeah, the fact that Nature's Ultra and Young Living have been experimenting with this, and people are experiencing a higher effectiveness, or maybe, I'm not sure if that's the right word, but they're like, it seems to be a good mix. It seems to be a good fit to have essential oils have a synergistic relationship with the CBD.
Yeah, the action is better. I have friends that that live in states that it's completely legal to go to dispensaries and to grab their CBD from the dispensary, and they've used that, and then they've used our product, and they've noticed that our product gives them more action as far as pain receptors, as far as calming. I mean, that's why you use CBD. You use CBD because it works wonderfully on pain receptors, and it also works on sleep. So any of those types of things where you've got anxiety or sleep, or helps with seizures, all of those different things, that's where you want to utilize CBD. I use CBD every day, and we're going to talk about. So we've put some links together, some special kits together, just to kind of get you started and kind of give you a different. There is a liquid that has where you can use droppers and you can put it topically on your body. We also have a pain rub, which is, my gosh, I absolutely adore it. I have a friend who's a naturopath, and she had a frozen shoulder, and we were just trying it out, and she put it on, and I could hear like, oh, and it worked so fast. I was like, are you kidding? No, it didn't work that fast. She's like, oh, it didn't. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need some of that. So I use the pain rub all the time. As you get a little bit older, as you get a little creaky, you need to have a little support, and the pain rub is absolutely amazing. And then there's also a calm roller. So that will help you just kind of relax, take kind of the edge off. And you do have to know that when you utilize CBD, it does make you a little sleepy. So just kind of be cautious about that. But we have two different strengths in bundles that we can get you started with. One is a lower strength, and then one is extra. So we have descriptions down for you below in the bottom, but Young Living's Nature's Ultra CBD, and the quality that they provide and the action that it provides is just, it's top notch. Yep, I can't hear you. You muted yourself.
Sorry, yeah, I muted myself. Yeah, so the difference in quality with essential oils that we described before, where you can smell, see, and touch the difference. It's the same thing with the CBD, because I have tried the gas station CBD and the kiosk CBD, and sometimes it was like zero effect. I felt absolutely nothing. But when I tried the Young Living CBD for the first time, I actually had a change in my perception. I had a sense of mental clarity and
Mhm.
serenity. Is like, this is interesting, because it wasn't like sedating. It
Right,
wasn't like mind altering that's
right.
bad, like marijuana or anything like that. It
Mhm.
was just kind of a centering, very hard to describe until you experience it. So I think if you've never tried it, it's a very has low side effects, right? I mean, can you describe any risks that might be involved with CBD?
No, again, it's gonna work a little bit differently than essential oils, where essential oils are going to go wherever your body needs it and work and bring it back to homeostasis. Again, it's going to be kind of on. So if you are using it for a little bit of pain, you're going to just get a little bit of sleepiness. So just
Yeah,
as long as you know that, then you're
yeah.
good. And
But if you
everybody's
compare to the side effects of the medications out there for headaches and pain and stuff,
yeah.
there's a long list of side effects on those other ones.
And addiction, and you're not going to be addicted to this. So that's where, for me, I think it's super important to be able to have that, have the help and the benefit without, that drastic side effect. We want to be able to have to live in wellness and to live in health, and we want our bodies to heal, right? And so this is just another tool to be able to heal rather than to be stuck on, and to have to continue to buy. Gary Young was such a maverick in that he wanted the ability for us to be able to provide products that actually heal your body. So if you're not using it every day, that's good for him. He wanted for us to be able to heal from all the things that we're going through, right? He wanted us to bring us back into
Yeah.
homeostasis. So CBD is just a component of that healing and that wellness, our wellness journey. And I I was not a CBD fan before because I had that belief pattern, like, oh, that's bad, we shouldn't be doing that.
Right,
And
like it's
I
a drug,
absolutely,
but
yeah, like it's a drug, and
yeah,
it really isn't.
it doesn't alter your mind. If anything, it makes you more centered and clear
Mhm.
than distracted or whatever.
Right.
Very interesting experience that I had with it, and I think people have never tried it might be interested in just seeing what it's like. I think that if you're going to choose one that doesn't have the toxins. We have links below, so people, if they want to try, they can just check out the link below. You have different ones. You have a calm one where you kind of do the roller on your body, maybe on your neck, or
Yeah.
maybe if you have a pain spot, you can roll it there. But it's kind of like in modern life when you're under stress, maybe in the middle of your workday, if you're working at home or whatever, you could just do a quick roll.
Yeah.
Um, you know,
Or
I can see how in a stressful environment or a stressful routine, it could be something you go to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, the rub is phenomenal. And like with our products are natural. And so they sometimes go out of stock. And when the pain rub goes out of stock, I go, oh, I need to stock up because it just works so well. And it just, again, it works very quickly. And I absolutely adore it. It's one of my
Nice.
favorite products.
Thank you for coming on, Stacy. We're
You're
gonna,
welcome.
get an update from you next week on the next type of essential oil we can discuss. But
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. See ya. Take care.